Hello, my name is Zeno, and as maybe some of you know, I have been in this situation of having just really debilitating health influence. In other words, I don't easily walk. I can't easily talk. I certainly can't type very easily at all. And it doesn't change the fact that I can still read and think and understand human design. So my goal at this point is to finish the study of human design. I am right now having that opportunity to revise the last half of the book so that I can get closer to what is really important. That means the quadrature, it's a form of astrology, and it's a word Ra used as cross. Then he named, as he does with everything, names to the point that you miss what you need to know about the quadrature. So anyway, I am correcting this right now. But I am writing because I got an email from a person who innocently went onto all these Facebook groups and got inundated with her Reflector design. Now, I wrote her because I am kind of allergic to the names of the types because it's a problem. It always is going to cover up something, and it is always going to inflate. If you look at it, can inflate or deflate, just depending. But I had this encounter with this one channel manifestor who was obviously very proud of the fact that he was given permission to invite me. And I'll tell you, this guy pushed my buttons by interrupting me 3 times. It was quite intense. So the lesson to me was that he had his reading 7 years ago, and he was informed that he was allowed to be arrogant. That was his right, because after all, he is a manifestor, one of the superior people. So this woman is not a manifestor. She's a reflector, and I wrote her back that that's really not a good word for me. It is the end result that you can reflect after years of observing, not at the starting point. Now, of course, what happens, she has been told about this lunar schedule and not making decisions, blah, blah. And here is something that is quite pertinent and important. When we understand what is conditioning us, it is not that we need to start with the moon. We need to start with the big things, the outer planets that'll be there 2 years, or 1 year Jupiter, or a half a year Mars. You don't need to start with the moon, which is changing every day a couple, 2, 3 times. That is ridiculous. If something really happens, yeah, look at the moon. But if you just want to know day to day how conditioning works. Start with a thing that gives you definition and will be there for a while so that you can observe it. And in the observation, you can understand that you always experience one side of yourself through the other person who is bringing you the conditioning. In other words, your opportunity is to get so far as to recognize how you are in the equation. And therefore, it's a very good idea just to observe and not yell at the other person or not react or not get your feelings hurt or not get on the defensive and prove. No, all those things are additional. And if you have a chart with no definition, it would be an error to take on the action or the attribute of the other person. It isn't you can't visit it. It's that identifying with it becomes potentially dangerous for you. Anyway, as I have been trying to prepare this answer for this lovely woman with no definition, it occurs to me that the easiest way for me to do that is through a video. So I'm very glad you tuned in. Thank you so much for subscribing, and keep the questions coming. I love them.